Essential packing tips for international students moving to the UK 2024. Hi guys, it's September and a lot of international students will be moving into the UK for studies. Here are essential packing tips you need to know before coming to the United Kingdom so as to avoid issues with immigration and also making your travel enjoyable and light. If you're new here, my name is Irene and I do videos on how to live and work here in the United Kingdom. Don't forget to stick around so that you don't miss a thing. So the first thing you have to consider while coming into the UK as an international student this 2024 is your travel documents. These travel documents involve your passport and your visa. Make sure that your passport and your visa is valid, because if you have a counterfeit or a fake visa, that is where your problem starts. Also, remember to hold your CAS letter. There is a confirmation of acceptance letter that is being issued by your university. Make sure you print it out and have it in your documents. Don't forget to have your proof of accommodation. Your accommodation proof is very important. Even if you don't have an accommodation yet, at least you have somewhere you're going to stay, maybe a family member, or you could book an Airbnb. They would love to know where you're going to stay while in the United Kingdom. Even if it's temporary, just give them a proof of where you have secured for yourself, so that they just want to be sure that you're not coming to, stay in the streets or become a nuisance in their country. Financial documents. This involves your statements of account that shows that you are capable of surviving in the United Kingdom without even working. Your account statement should contain a certain amount of money that can sustain you throughout your studies. This is very important because most times these immigration officers, they don't know or they don't care. They can just randomly ask you for your documents, and if you can't provide a sustainable statement of account that is supposed to sustain you, you might actually be at risk of being sent back to your home country, and you don't want to do that because you've come a long way to study here in the United Kingdom. So yeah, guys, make sure that all these documents I have mentioned are intact, both in soft copy and in hard copy, because you never can tell. The next part we're going to talk about is your clothing. Clothing is very essential because the UK has a very extreme weather. If it's hot, it gets extremely hot, and if it's cold, it gets extremely cold. September is usually ushering us into the winter season. So I would advise you focus more on clothing that are thermal. So many people make this mistake. They come to the UK and they just buy sweaters and, like things they feel like are thick. Sometimes it's not even about the thickness, but it's about how these clothes are able to trap in heat. If you buy just thick clothes that are not thermal, it's just a waste of money. Like me, when I came to the United Kingdom, I bought clothing that were kind of very fashionable and fancy, although they were thick, but not really going to keep you warm throughout the winter. Because sometimes it could get to 0 degrees minus, and those clothes might not protect you. See what I'm talking about? Guys, you see these clothes? This was one of the clothes I came to the UK with, and I must tell you, when it got so cold, I couldn't wear these anymore. I had to go buy thermal wears. You can see the inside. It's actually beautiful. But did you see the inside? Now, I'm going to put a picture of thermal sweaters, thermal clothing that you should get, so that when it gets so cold, you don't shiver. So this is actually beautiful. Sometimes you can just wear this when the weather is not so cold, but when it gets so extreme, this will not work for you. It won't. And you should also get thick boots. Thick boots. If you are not very sure of what to buy or where to buy these things, it's cheaper from your home country, but I think you should come to the UK and see what others are doing and then buy the appropriate wares. Otherwise, you might just end up carrying excess luggage that might not even serve the purpose of which you brought them for. Talking about light clothing, I don't think it's very necessary for you to start buying very light clothing yet, because we're entering into an extreme cold temperature right now. So I would advise you focus more on thick sweaters, waterproof, something that when it's drizzling, it doesn't penetrate into your body. So these are, whenever you're buying something, look for something they call thermal sweatshirts, thermal jackets, and you'll see the picture. I'm going to put a picture here so that you see what I'm talking about. Don't focus too much on buying clothing that are light. I mean, we just left the summer. So unless you want to carry excess luggage, fine and good. But I believe that these are things you can get here. Don't bother yourself about buying fancy slippers that you can wear outside because it's always cold. And I mean, you have to buy trainers. So trainers is the best option for you for a normal temperature in the UK. Let me show you. So guys, these are trainers. These are trainers. So something like this could go, but when it gets extremely very cold, you should buy boots. There are some boots I'll put the pictures here for winter boots. This is going to, the thermal winter boot is going to protect you from cold. Guys, it's actually very cold. It can get very cold here, and especially if you're coming from a tropical country, you're not used to the weather. I would advise that you have to buy as many thermal clothing as possible. You can buy simple sweaters you can just wear in your house. Then while you're going out, you wear your thick thermal jacket. Best is the one that has overall. It will really go a long way for you. Don't also forget to buy your accessories like gloves, scarves. You might also need them, umbrellas. These things are here, but you can still buy them if you wish to. Buy your electronics or your reading accessories like laptops. You always need a laptop because most times when they send you things to do, theses, assignments, and all, you need a laptop. And some schools don't give their students laptops. So it depends on your school. I would advise you have your own personal laptop that you can always work from home with. And another thing is that you have accessories like headphones. You might need a headphone. You can always wear your headphones and take your calls. Also remember to buy some adapters and some of these appliances. It is not a must that you come with all these electronics, but laptops are very, very important. Very important health essentials. Health essentials are very, very necessary because when you come into the UK as an international student, you may not have quick access to your GP or to any hospital yet. I mean, it's a process, it takes time. So I advise that if you're on any kind of medication, multivitamin, or any sort of medication at all, you should take these medications with you. Bring them with you because it might be difficult to access the GP as soon as you come into the UK. Bring your first aid kit with you as well because, I mean, you don't know, you never can tell, you might need it. Another important thing is if you're a lady or you're into skincare, I would advise that you come with all your skincare and even extra because in the United Kingdom, you might not be very sure if you can access or get these skincares in your local areas. I mean, it is very necessary that you get excess skincare products that you feel might not be readily available in your area or in the United Kingdom as a whole. One thing you have to know is that this winter period dries up the skin. You might see some changes in your hormones. You might begin to have serious dry, itchy skin, and it is nothing to worry about because this is the temperature that is causing all these changes in your body. Some people come to the United Kingdom and have the worst breakouts ever. Some come and their skin begin to glow, while some come and they have the highest and the worst hyperpigmentation ever. I had all of these. I had dry, itchy skin. My hormones were messing around. And I mean, I had serious hyperpigmentation. But with time, I started learning and adjusting to the weather and then knowing the right products to get. You have to overly moisturize during this winter as well. So get more of moisturizing lotion, oils, and things that could actually make your skin soft and succulent. Last thing you have to bring in the United Kingdom with you is the money. Your physical cash is needed because I mean, you don't want to be coming from your own country and your money is still in your country's currency. So the best thing is that if at all you don't want to spend everything, you can just bring out a little amount of money that can sustain you for some months and then you just change them and have the physical cash. Because remember, you don't have a bank account yet and you don't have any form of payment. So all you have is cash. So I would advise you that you should have your pounds in cash so that when you come to the United Kingdom, it is not going to be difficult. And I believe that changing it from your home country will be cheaper. But if you come to the airport or you come to London, Houston, the price is going to be very high. I wouldn't advise that because I was a victim when I came to the United Kingdom, I changed my money in Houston, and after a while, I just found out that it was too much. The rate of the exchange was not favorable for me. If I had done it in my home country, it would have been much more better. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have more questions in the comment section, and please do well to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share to people around you. And I'll see you in my very next video.